London, where Brexit uncertainty and coronavirus upheaval have chipped away at the British capital's global standing, has the city lost its mojo? Bloomberg's Marc Davies and Viren Vaghela report.
For decades, London has been a global powerhouse, one of the world's largest financial, tech and cultural hubs, and a top destination for international tourism. But as with many leading world cities, it's taken a hard knock in 2020. As the virus struck, the city became a ghost town. Big companies shut or downsized operations, and workers retreated to the suburbs, leaving cafes, cabs and office cubicles vacant.
There's no room for complacency.
Tough social distancing restrictions, meanwhile, gutted much of London's famous cultural and entertainment scene. Months on, theatres, music venues and other tourist favourites face an existential crisis.
That's where the blood comes from, going up through those smaller theatres. So it's quite terrifying, the thought that they may be closing. They have nothing. They have no safety net at all, it would seem.
And even amid some signs of economic recovery as the city picks up the pace, there's another big possible shock to the system waiting in the wings. The UK leaves the EU officially on December 31st, and the city's future as a financial powerhouse and magnet for talent hangs in the balance.
So in the Brexit negotiations, finance has really taken a backseat. It's all about trade talks, fishing, and the City of London finance is actually crucial to the economy of the UK. It accounts for more than 10% of tax revenue, it employs more than 1 million people, and it's really a big powerhouse for the UK's economy. Some CEOs are pretty worried. They said London has been prone to the lions. It's been neglected in the talks. The government hasn't given it the importance that it needs, and this could have dramatic consequences.
If you were an aspirational finance graduate right now, would London still be a top city that you would be looking at for work, or would you extend your gaze to some of the other European capitals?
It's a very interesting question. This is a crossroads, a juncture where the City of London is probably never faced. It's always attracted talent from all over the world, from the best universities, people who wanted to work in finance, earn an above average wage, and get involved in dynamic, complex problems at some of these banks and trading firms. Now, obviously, as you mentioned, this business that was primarily done in London is going to be fragmented, dispersed into other cities.
And so if we were to assume that we do have a successful vaccine rollout in the UK next year, that the coronavirus pandemic is brought under control, is it the case that the city sort of automatically bounces back, or do you think that there's some more permanent scarring that's taken place here?
I feel like the City of London is a place that will bounce back, but it may take a little bit longer than we might expect. A lot of it is also dependent, of course, when the vaccine is rolled out, on workers being comfortable to come back in. Another big element is firms wondering whether they can reduce their expensive real estate in the city, as workers would like to continue working from home. So it is more nuanced. The future is a little bit more uncertain, so companies will have to adapt. I think London will still always be appealing, but there's now far more opportunity in other cities too.
Our thanks to Marc Davies, Viren Vaghela, and the entire London team for that report.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quicktake now for insight in an instant.